I was born in Guilford County. My family lived in Guilford County, and my dad grew up in a time where you didn't talk about being indigenous. It wasn't cool. He thought he would, it was a protection thing. It was during a time where you kind of went with what you looked like, so to speak. If you were darker skinned, you had to be a person of color. If you were lighter skinned, you could say you were white, passé blanc. I had a strong family, and they taught us who we were, no matter what somebody else said we were. And I think that's what helped a lot. And my husband, David, is from Montana, and he grew up out on the Flathead Indian Reservation. So he knew the culture in some ways better than I did at the time, So, I knew I was Occaneechi. I knew, where my dad was from. I knew where his people were and all that. So he brought me to my first powwow in Hillsboro, and it was a life-changing moment for me. I can remember the sound of the drums I heard. I remember the first people that I saw. I remember the first person that walked up to me and said something. And it changed a lot for me. And from that, I started learning the culture, and I was welcomed into the tribe, into different organizations, and worked on a health group, a health and wellness group with the tribe, and it was very life-changing for me, and it opened up a whole new world, and I love it. My son, this particular day, they were reading their subject cards and what their paper was going to be on. And he was going to write his paper on genocide in the Native Americans. And his teacher, who was a white man, stood up in front of this class and told my son that never happened. I'm a history teacher. I went to college for this. I'm telling you it never happened. To me, that was crossing a line. And I did go down to the school, but yes, that's very degrading. It's degrading, and it makes the child feel small in the classroom. And I don't think anyone should feel small, not in a classroom. It's okay to say, it's okay to tell people who you are. Tell people who you are. Tell people who your people are, especially here in Alamance County. Especially here in Alamance County. Because the dirt out there is the blood and bones of my people. So we belong here. Take your shoes off. Put your feet in the dirt and know you belong.
Maku, Mima Taluk Nawa, Imalawaya, Yanti Wayupaki, Hinigu Yesa, Hinigu Occaneechi Saponi. I have greeted you in the language of my ancestors, saying hello. My name is Walks with Honor. I am Yesa, I am Occaneechi Saponi.